when Genesis starts, he separated the light from the day. Actually, what that's saying is that the place that God gave Lucifer to rule, he took it back from him. And he put light. He separated the darkness and the light and said, you know what? You want to rule? I'm going to show you about how to rule. And so God even took what he thought was his, but I'm getting off on a tangent. But here's what I'm trying to say. In the garden, God wanted Adam and Eve to have an opportunity to decide whether or not they were going to obey him, because the accuser always comes to God and says, you know what? These folks who you love so much that you created, these human beings that you created that you love so much, they're not obeying you. Why did you cast me into outer darkness? Why did you treat me like that? Are you a respecter of person? See, everything the enemy's doing to you, trying to discredit your righteousness and your heart, he's been doing it to God ever since the beginning of time. That's what you ever wonder why we have the book of Job? I'm preaching now. I'm just going to let it go. You ever wonder why we have the book of Job? Do you realize the history of the book of Job? It is the oldest writing in history. The book of Job in your Bible. You've got the oldest pen writing in history. It is the oldest story known to man. It is the oldest writing in the Bible. And I know that you've asked yourself, why is the book of Job in the Bible? If I was teaching Bible class, I would tell you, ask that about every single book and every single verse. Why is, and every word, why is this? Because that's how you learn more of the Bible. Why is Job there? Because Satan came to God like he normally did. And he accused the brethren. He accused humanity. And he really was trying to discredit God by saying, look, at these humans you've created. They haven't obeyed you. They've not done like you said, but yet you haven't killed them. What's up with that? Are you an unrighteous God? Are you an unjust God? And what God did on that day is say, wait a minute, Lucifer. Wait a minute, Satan. Slow your roll, Satan. Have you considered my servant Job? You see, you can't discredit God when there's one person. Jesus is who kept the obedience to the law for you and me. When everybody else had disobeyed, here came God in skin, a human being, born in a stable, laid in a manger, with skin like yours and mine, susceptible to pain and sin, yet lived his life without sin. He died on a cross, a pure, whole, righteous individual, and rose from the dead victorious over death, hell, and the grave. Why? Because he was perfect. Somebody give him praise if you're glad that Jesus is your obedience to the law. So that religious attitude that says you're not right if you ain't acting right. Putting people down because they don't believe like we believe. That's not how people get saved anymore, folk. The Old Testament stuff's still lingering. You know why? Because the devil's still mad about it.